Hey friends, as promised, I wanted to come on and make a video with some tips to help you with preparing for tax season. Tax season is approaching, no doubt. It's every year, January to April. We know it, but at the same time, we always forget. But what I want to do is to kind of help you again. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. As the season approaches, it's a good idea to get organized and plan ahead to avoid stress. I have 3 tips that's going to help you do that. Tip number 1 is organize your tax docs early. That is a big one, and you'll hear me say it every year. I plan on saying it every year until we all get it. Organizing your tax docs early is the first step toward a smooth season. And one of the ways you want to do that is making sure that you can gather all your relevant financial documents well before the deadline. This will include things like your W-2. If you have more than one job and an employer, then you'll know you'll look for more than one W-2. A lot of jobs have that process digitally now where you can get them offline and still receive them in the mail. 1099s, you want to look for 1099s for any freelance work or side hustle work and or any investment income. Make sure you have your receipts for deductions. Some receipts to keep handy are the charitable donations. If you go to Goodwill and you get that little slip, make sure you fill it out then so you don't try to remember what was that donation and how much was it worth when you dropped it off 7 months ago. Medical expenses is another good one as well. Retirement contribution records for 401ks and IRAs. Your mortgage interest statement, that's going to be a Form 1098. Student loan interest forms, that's going to be a Form 1098E. What's a good thing to do is keep a digital folder or a physical folder, and that way you can have these documents and it will save you time and a headache later on. Tip number 2 is max out your retirement plan contributions. This one is a good one and one you don't hear much about, but if you've been stingy with funding your retirement accounts, you may want to reconsider this. The money you put into these accounts can reduce the amount of income that you'll be taxed on. And the money in the retirement accounts won't be taxed until way, way, way later when it's time to start withdrawing them. And again, these are retirement accounts, so these are not accounts where you can go back later in 6 months and say, hey, I need to borrow that. No, let it sit. This is going to prepare you for it later in life. If you're one of those who's not in a position to currently max out these types of contributions, no worries. What you want to try to do is make sure you at least still contribute whatever the amount your employer will match. Then you want to be able to meet that minimum. For example, say your employer will be willing to match a 3%. If you're able to put away 3%, they'll match that, and then you'll be able to immediately get a return on your investment. It's a great way to think of that. So it's a win-win. Why not do it? So that one's a big one, and I wanted to make sure I let you know about that. And if you have questions on it, just let me know. Send me a DM or check out the link in my bio to get more information. Number 3 is decide who will prepare and file your returns. If you're one of those bold do-it-yourselfers, do your thing. For everyone else, there's help. If you've had any major changes in your life this year, maybe you got married, maybe you got divorced, maybe you started your own business, maybe you claim unemployment benefits because you were out of work for some time. These are scenarios that can cause for a bit more of a complicated return and could be a result of having to hire some help. A professional can easily help guide you through this and or just take it off your plate altogether. If you need a professional, we can help. Just click the link in my bio to see how we can help you. So these are my top 3 tips to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. I hope you enjoyed them. Now, remember, doing these things will not only reduce the amount of time that you have to try to figure all this out once the season is underway, but it would also reduce your tax bill. And it can also increase your tax refund. So, all the way around, this is something that you want to start being able to say, I want to be proactively planning so that I can be ready like a boss. So again, friends, these were the top 3 tips I had for you today. I hope that you like these tips. And now I'm going to ask one more thing. Tell me this. What's the most confusing tax questions you've faced? Let me know in the comments and I'll answer them in my next video. That's all for now. Bye, friends.